Welcome back to the Dasman Reacts channel for another look at a few of the biomes that are being introduced in the soon-to-be released Biomes O Plenty add-on. In today's video, we're going to take a look at 4 of the colder biomes that have been added to the world, and we're going to see how they look during the day, at night, and with vibrant visuals, as well as what blocks are used to make the biomes and how passive and hostile mobs spawn. A massive thank you to 4KS Studios for giving me early access to get accustomed with the add-on. But before we begin, here's some context. Biomes O Plenty is the massively popular, and just plain massive, mod available on Minecraft Java. Created by the team over at Glitch Fiend, the Biomes O Plenty mod has been launched and faithfully updated for 13 years. And now, it's coming to Minecraft Bedrock. Currently scheduled for release on February 3rd, this Biomes O Plenty add-on will cost 1,340 minecoins and is expected to only take up around 10 megabytes of size. I know absolutely nothing about the Biomes O Plenty Java mod other than the fact that you guys are super excited for it to come over to Minecraft Bedrock, and the team bringing it over are 4KS Studios, working in tandem with Glitch Fiend to deliver the most faithful adaptation of the original Java mod. No decision is made if it doesn't stick to the core direction of the Java mod. Thanks to 4KS Studios, I've been given early access to get a look at the Biomes O Plenty add-on and what it does, as well as how it looks. I've also been given permission to post videos of my explorations between now and release date. So, between my Dasman channel and the Dasman Reacts channel, I'm going to be releasing videos where we explore each of the different biomes coming in the Biomes O Plenty add-on. And on release date, I hope to have a fully fledged add-on reveal to give you a showcase that only I can. But before we take a look at today's biome selections, make sure you hit that like button, get ready to comment what your favorite biome is, and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here while I give you a bit of detail. 4KS Studios and Glitch Fiend are working together to deliver a faithful adaptation of the Java mod, with meticulous testing happening between the two teams during development. The Biomes O Plenty add-on will release with 52 overworld biomes, with another 4 still being worked on and planned to be added at a later date. This add-on intends to be purely new biomes and decorative blocks, with no fluff and no slop. Using the relatively new and official biome replacement technology, this Biomes O Plenty add-on should work well with other products that also use the same technology. Packs like Realism Craft and Better on Bedrock have been mentioned as being compatible, with others like Naturalist by Starfish Studios, Aquaculture by Metallurgy, and Crops and Farms by Some Game Studios also being integrated. And even the Tree Breaker tool in the Essentials add-on works with Biomes O Plenty trees. If other developers want their products to work with Biomes O Plenty, a new tool is available on the 4KS Studios website to help developers integrate their products with BOP. Tags and documentation is included on that page, which I'll link in the description. And if you want your favorite developers to make their products compatible, be sure to let them know just how easy it is. The Biomes O Plenty add-on will release on February 3rd, 2026 and cost 1,340 minecoins and is expected to take up 10 megabytes of size. So the first biome that we're going to have a look at here is the auroral garden. Now this replaces ice spikes randomly, so ice spikes will still generate in your world, but there's like a 40% chance or something that it will be replaced with a biome like the auroral garden. And what we can see here is we've got some very dense blue foliage, blue plants in here. We also seem to have a pale oak log lying around in here as well. These plants, they're called icy irises. And then we also have down here, we've got some custom grass colors. So this is just a standard grass block, in fact, but it gets a custom grass color on here. We also then have violets as well, which are really nice. And there seems to be some prismarine deposits lying around here. We can see as well that there are passive mobs spawning, which is very, very good. And these prismarine deposits seem to generate as if they're almost like stone formations or rock formations in here, and some very, very small pale oak trees. I'm not sure why they've gone with such a small pale oak tree, if that's by design, if that's by definition, or if that's something to do with early access or even just being on a realm. But you can see these flowers are very, very dense. We even get a ravine popping in here as well, which is quite cool. But yeah, look at that. What an effect that is. And if we was to set it to nighttime, we can see that at night it's quite a soft blue color. In fact, just here, let me pull back a little bit. Now remember, I am on a realm, so our render distance will be a bit shorter, which won't be a problem in the actual add-on on a local save that you'll be using. But we also have hostile mobs spawning here too. So we've got the zombies spawning, we've got skeletons spawning, which are very nice, and the blue feels very, very vibrant. I really do like this. And then what we'll have to do as well is come back into this with vibrant visuals switched on. So let me do that. And with vibrant visuals turned on, we can see that there is actually some vibrant visual detailing to these flowers. That one pixel right in the middle of each flower head giving off a shine, which looks really nice. In fact, looking at it, it's almost like a million firefly. Look at that, into that little direction there as well. Now, it should be said that vibrant visuals in Biomes O Plenty is simply using the standard vibrant visuals from Minecraft Bedrock. It's also being used sporadically at the moment because vibrant visuals has not been something that's been used in the actual Java mod. So to integrate it, they're choosing very specific times at the moment, and hopefully that will be increased and updated over time. But right now, that looks quite strong, to be honest with you. If we come back into daytime now, we just have a little look. We're going to have some mobs dying over here, but we get a feel of the vibrant visual color. And I don't know if it's just my eyes playing tricks on me here, but the blue of the iris flowers feels even more vibrant and softer here. I feel that's quite nice, man. It feels like it's very, very strong. The violet's kind of understated, almost buried by the blue. I'd like to see a bit more violet around here. But this looks cool, man. If we was to walk through it as well, like, these are very tall flowers on here. Very tall flowers indeed. But you can see as well, look, there's like a greeny blue color change to these. This is nice. We've got a little purple color up in the sky, probably from that colder biome as well. These flowers are really tall. Look at these as we're just walking through here. This is a good little biome, man. I like this. This is the auroral gardens. Now, the next biome that I'm going to show you is the muskeg biome, and this replaces snowy plains. And what this one includes is some dead trees like this here. We've got the dead log. And also it has some brown mushrooms, some large brown mushrooms. We've got standard grass. And I think somewhere around here as well, there should be some podzol too. I think it's actually really awesome, in fact, that they're using just standard normal vanilla grass blocks here and not introducing a ton of different blocks. Look here, here's the podzol here as well. Like, it's keeping it very vanilla in how it feels, which probably helps a lot more than we realize. Obviously, dead logs is different, and we've also got these kind of custom dead branches and stuff on here, along with some dead leaves as well. I'm personally not the biggest fan of these dead branches. I feel like they take away from vanilla Minecraft a little bit too much. I would normally prefer a tree to kind of do that with it, just to give it that vanilla Minecraft feel, but that's a personal preference to me. We also have over here some smaller but also larger brown mushrooms as well, which are very, very interesting. This is a very interesting biome to see around an icy biome around the world, with like ice spikes around. We've got other icy areas around, and then you've just got this kind of adding a bit more simpler, low-key, not exactly breaking the visuals here, but just adding that variance. And again, I really do appreciate how much it's using vanilla. Look, we've got vanilla snow, we've got vanilla, I'm guessing this is meant to be vanilla grass, but I can't pick it. Yeah, vanilla short grass. That's really, really cool. Now, if we set it to nighttime again, so we have a look, how is it looking? How do we go? We've already seen that there's bunnies spawning around. What kind of mobs do we get around here? Is this something that we're going to be looking at and seeing a ton of strays? Is this one? No, look, we've got zombies spawning here as well. I suppose spawning on the grass, meaning that we get the more standard mobs and hostile mobs here than just the strays. We look around, I did see a pig earlier. Yeah, there's some more zombies there, and I mean, it just feels very vanilla, and I mean that as a compliment, to be honest with you. There's a spider there as well, so semi-arachnophobia warning here, but I do think that it's like very vanilla, very easy to pick up and go with. So let's see what it looks like with vibrant visuals on. And so with vibrant visuals online now, if we have a little look around now, again, I'm going to keep reiterating it. I am on a realm, so any kind of lag that you would get, a lot of that can probably be put on the realm. But once you spawn in the area, once you kind of get the chunks loaded in, it's not too bad, in fact, in terms of just running around. There's not a lot of vibrant visual effects going on. Like, we don't have too much of a biome color change. There isn't a ton of PBR because of the reliance on the vanilla blocks, but it's inoffensive and it looks absolutely fine as we go through. I mean, we can run around in here as well. It's quite a bare biome, this part. Quite simple. And then if we set it to nighttime here too, so we're going to go here. So we get the awesome visuals of the moonlight hitting the ice around us, which is always cool. But in terms of this one biome on its own, yeah, very simple. Not really much here to write home about, but it's good to see that we're getting vanilla spawns, hostile mobs, we're getting passive mobs spawning as well, and everything seems to just be working fine at the moment, not getting a ton of differences. So that's very, very good, albeit a little bit simple. So the third biome that we're going to be looking here with our cold theme is called the Cold Desert, and it also replaces snowy plains. Now, one thing that's very characteristic of this section is there is a lot of gravel around, because it consists mostly of gravel and as well patches of dead grass that we're seeing here as well. If I could ever pick it, desert grass, in fact, which is considered dead grass, I believe. No, dead grass and desert grass, two very different types of grasses. Also, polar bears are apparently the only wildlife that you'll see here. You can see on here as well, look, we've got naturally generating cobblestone, which is actually quite rare. I believe it only spawns in villages and in spawner buildings or dungeons, if I'm not mistaken, which is quite interesting. And also there is apparently a lot of hazardous powdered snow. So we've got snow blocks around. Never any good at seeing what powdered snow looks like, but somewhere in here is a death trap waiting to happen, so just be very careful. But yeah, I mean, another very subtle one. We've got some rock formations coming onto here, just kind of changing up the world as you walk through. It's not just pure blue anymore. There is a very stony area here for this cold desert, and it's also, like I said, got a lot of gravel here as well, so be prepared to get a lot of flint and steel as you're coming through here. And I'm not sure if I've just got really lucky or if this is just a crazy biome generation, but it seems to go on for a really long time and have patches of ice spikes in it too. Because this is using biome replacement technology, the way Minecraft's biomes can spawn rather shattered wise can also occur here too. So sometimes you could get a small biome, but sometimes you could get a vast massive biome as well, which would be very, very interesting to see how that works. As we've got this very tall area here as well. It's almost like a gravel mountain here, which is, it's a throwback to me. I feel like there used to be a lot more gravel mountains around in the world. If we was to say it to nighttime now and we have a look now, does the whole polar bears are the only wildlife part also extend to hostile mobs? Let's get down here and have a look. So if we can fly through here very low and we don't see any strays, we don't see any hostile mobs at all. No, there are strays. So there are definitely strays and there are spiders. Okay, so in terms of hostile mobs, they'll still spawn like normal. But in terms of passive mobs, or as close to passive as polar bears can get, they will only be polar bears. We're not going to see pigs and we're not going to see cows around here, making it very difficult to live in this kind of an area. This is a nice little cave. Hello, how you doing? Hop into here. Got some cave going on. Got some more world generation in here. But it doesn't feel like fake generation to me. I don't know if you know, like, if you get what I mean by that, but it doesn't feel like it's forced generation. This still feels very vanilla to me. Let me know what you guys are thinking down in the comments. Let me turn on vibrant visuals. I'm not expecting anything here, but you never know. There could be a biome change. And so looking in here with vibrant visuals turned on, shadows become very, very apparent. They're very prominent here because of these tall cliffs that we've got going on. And as we go through, again, once it's generated in, there doesn't seem to be too much lag. Now I'm playing in creative and on a realm. I'd expect it to be all like jittery and stuff, but that was me forcing it there, right there, to be fair. But normal, it's going absolutely fine. We've got water on here, so we've got the reflections. It's going really nice. I like how the ice is hitting here again. And again, I think it's benefiting a lot from the fact that it's just using vanilla. So I know a big concern that occurs with vibrant visual packs is that the vibrant visual stuff that's added feels so against vanilla that it becomes difficult to pair it not only with a vanilla world but also with other add-ons. This is just very simple, very vanilla. I'm here for it. I mean, down here, what we got here? We've got snow blocks. They've got some little detailing on the side here. That must be from the vanilla. Texture as normal. I don't play too much in vanilla, so that's that. But yeah, just like looking around. Again, I'm not going to lie to you. It's very subtle. It's very simple. And if it does extend as far out as that, that's kind of crazy, to be fair. But looking at it as like a whole world, it just adds variance and change, which is quite cool. Let's go to nighttime and see how that looks. On here, got an angry polar bear around here as well. So then looking on here, it's not incredibly dark, in fact. We've seen some vibrant visual packs that can make things very, very dark. I wonder how this would look at night in general. Let's set it to a more permanent night. Let's go to midnight. No, it's not too bad. Maybe the lava around there's doing bits, but hostile mobs do come in very, very quickly, so you're not going to be safe here. No, I think that's fine. I think it's very simple. Not the most exciting of biomes, the cold biomes so far, but it's doing a job, and I think it's doing all right. Now, the next biome that I'm going to show you in today's video is the Snowblossom Grove biome, which replaces snowy tigers. So again, just to reiterate from earlier in the video, this means that about 40% of the time, a snowy tiger will be replaced with a Snowblossom Grove. So snowy tigers should still appear in your world, but you'll have some variation at times with this. Now, this immediately looks like a cherry grove that has been readapted to become a snowblossom. Like, we're using cherry logs here. We've also got snowblossom leaves. We've got mossy cobblestone down here as well. What's this one here? This is white petals too. Standard grass. We can see sand. That's interesting. I think it's going to open up a very important conversation, which I'm going to ask you guys actually down in the comments. Let me know, how do you guys feel? And I might ask this in every video or in most videos. Let me know, how do you guys feel about the repurposing of blocks, the reusing of vanilla blocks to keep that consistent vanilla feel in the world? I'm kind of thinking it's okay. Normally, if we were just looking at a biomes add-on that added maybe 4 biomes, 5 biomes, maybe even 10 biomes, I'd want specific blocks to go on that palette and to really bring something new. And that brings with it its own issues, because sometimes they bring in very custom blocks that don't feel vanilla at all, and it can feel very out of place when the world spawns. Here, we're getting 52 new biomes at launch. I'm happy for vanilla blocks to be used and then be sprinkled over with custom like we're seeing here with the snowblossom trees. Not to mention, it also makes my add-on reveal video a lot faster when I get around to doing it. But I think it helps really drive home that vanilla feel and just keep the world in as vanilla a state as possible. We can see here as well the falling petals giving us the white petal vibes from the trees. Also little bits of green in there. We've got passive mobs spawning in the cows, as we're also on with one of the other biomes that I showed you. I think the muskeg biome is like right next to it because of the mushrooms, so that's kind of cool. But look at this. Look at how far this biome scales right there. Goes off for ages. I don't want to go too far because then you see the weird realm spawning issues that occur whenever I'm on a realm, but that's not related to the add-on at all. But I like it. I'm here for it. I think this looks quite strong. And if we was to go, in fact, let's have a little walk through it first of all and just see what it feels like to pop through. So obviously we've got the mossy cobblestone blocks. We've got the grass, that kind of colder green grass. The petals falling down are a really strong feel. You got the cherry logs on here. I like that. That there gives off that snowy feel. Now imagine if it was snowing. I have weather events turned off, but if we was to go to, if I make it rain, does it, oh, look at that. Okay, so yeah, it does snow as it should do, and then it will blend in with the petals as well. So in time, at some times at least, it will feel extra snowy. And then you've got the petals hitting the floor with the snow. I like this. I think it's nice. Let me know what you guys think about using the vanilla blocks. I think this is a topic that I'd like to see feedback on. I'm going to just set it back to clear. I'd like to know what the world kind of thinks about this. And then also, if we change it to nighttime here, so we're going to go, I'm going to go to midnight. It's more of a pure dark, actually. Don't have to wait for the sun to just disappear. So we can see hostile mobs spawning along the outskirts. Remember, arachnophobia warning, there will be spiders. We come under here again. Yeah, look, we got zombies in here as well, so not a problem in terms of spawning. That's good to know. You have to check that because some biomes, they don't spawn certain mobs. They're all a bit weird. Also, using the standard grass block here as well means that you don't have issues with sheep not being able to eat it and grow their wool back. It just cuts out so many different issues here. But then popping through here again, yeah, I like just the feel of it, to be honest. It's been so long since I last played vanilla Minecraft that it kind of just feels a bit bland. Not the add-on, but vanilla Minecraft in general. But other than that though, for vanilla players, it's not going to feel jarring at all. So what then happens? Oh, look at that. We've got a tree down there as well. We've got cave generation here too. Oh, nice, nice. What would then happen if I was to put vibrant visuals on? And so I've turned on vibrant visuals here. Let's get up the top and have a look. So we don't have like any pink biome colors that you would normally associate with vibrant visuals and cherry blossom biomes, which I think is fine here with it being a snow blossom and it's staying relatively white, almost blue. Oh look, there's a change somewhere. There's a change in that biome color somewhere. See how it's gone a lot more blue as we step out of the snow? Yeah, look, it goes more white. It does go more white as we come into the snow blossom grove here. And then if we was to run through it just to have a look, we've got some snow settling here on top of flowers, but not often. Apparently there is a new technology in here that will help stop snow from forming on flowers on initial biome generation as well. So that's an interesting thing. That's getting a bit too technical for my brain here, but I mean, as we're just like walking through, it's quite vanilla. Let's leave it as quite vanilla. I'm not a big fan of vanilla vibrant visuals in general, but that is how we've got it going on here. And then if we set it to nighttime as well, okay, it gets a little bit darker. No, I want proper nighttime here, please. That's weather, time, midnight, boom. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it feels quite vanilla. And I think with something that's adding in so many blocks as much as this is, that's what we're looking at here. We need it to be working with vanilla as much as possible. I think it'll be interesting upon release to try and partner this with a few other vibrant visual packs just to see how we could push it, but I'm not going to do that with an early access world. So guys, this was a few of the cold biomes that are added in to the Plenty O Biomes add-on created by 4KS Studios. What do you guys think? What was your favorite biome here? Admittedly, these 4 biomes have been quite subdued. This last one, the Snow Blossom Grove, is my favorite because it's the most vast and most interesting of the lot. The rest, I like them as they're adding in variants to a rather dead biome, but in general, I feel like it's quite subdued, it's quite simplified and laid back. Not necessarily in a bad way, but just in like a lacking that wow factor. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. Please do leave a like on the video if you enjoyed this, and if you're new to this channel, please do hit the subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. We're going to have loads more videos across my main channel and my Dasman Reacts channel with a look at all of the different biomes in Biomes O Plenty. So I hope you guys are enjoying this kind of top level view and this eye-opener for me to see what is coming in this add-on. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace!